What up, Wheatfield? What it do? Welcome back to the Wheatfield. Welcome to you. If you new, hi. Come on in, come on in. Welcome to you. My name is La T, and this is Tears and Wheat Tarot show where testimony unites with Tarot. Yay. We are a channeled messenger. We message with the big three, the eternal Lord of all of creation. Yes. It's infinite intelligence. Yes. And the breath of life. The breath in G. The God body. Yes. So I hope you guys have had a great day. You guys had a great holiday, Juneteenth celebration of the awareness of freedom. Ashe. Um, and if you had to work, that really sucks because I was so glad that we had it off. And I think that, it should be just as important as Independence Day because you can't have independence when most of your country are not counted as people and they are slaves. So I think that Juneteenth is uber important, and I had a great day of messages and discussion and spending time with family. My daughter, we had lunch and it was great, and spending time with the ancestors and asking them to experience life with us. They live and breathe in us, and they are with us, and we are their dreams. We are their manifestation and their hope. And to have them with us and to remember and to honor them, it is, yeah, an honor. So I hope you guys had a great day. Ashe. Mm. Y'all, one of my favorite things since I have become a content creator, it used to get it on my nerve. Like, it used to actually hurt my feelings a little bit. Because I'm such an empathic person. And I lean into, of course, that higher vibration, the positive charge of things, the sympathy, empathy, compassion for understanding, and, let's share knowledge and let's talk about it. We got books and we learn, and we're deep thinkers and we're philosophical, and let's learn and share with each other. So it would bother me when people would come at me with closed-minded comments, you know, like, I understand, people who are very religious, and that is your discipline. But you do realize that your religion is not the only one that's practiced in the plane. It's just not, right? As much as people like to argue and fuss and wage wars and take life and discriminate and enslave and do horrible atrocities to your fellow human beings, your fellow human family, based on religion. People who, I'll be frank, some of the most judgmental people I have ever met in my life are Christian. I said it. I said it. Because people judge you before they even know you. Like, they come to this space specifically to judge you. Like, who gave you the authority? I think it's funny at this point. I laugh. I literally like to go into conversation. I'll respond. I'm not going to debate, you know what I mean? Because that's too much energy. But I will respond. Like, I got the word of God, not cards. But if you took the time to sit around my space, you'd hear me clearly say that I'm a channel messenger, and I message with the spirit of the Lord of the Most High God. It comes and speaks to me, through me, and with me. And so I deliver on what is said to me. Everything in creation did the source make. Like, everything. So, and then the next one was, I read the Bible, not cards. Well, which Bible? Pray tell. Which Bible did you read? Which version of it did you read? Which translation did you read? Because you do realize that it's more than one. I mean, and I'm just talking about the Christian Bible. Like, the Christian Bible itself is the most translated book on the planet. It has been translated and revised so many times. So, which version did you read? Because if you go back and start to attain historical references or try to even find ones that are you can't even get anymore, like a pre-printed a Bible that was printed before 1940, it's very hard to find. Well, not very hard, but you have to be mindful enough to go find it. A lot of people just don't. It unfortunately, the knowledge is available and people can dig into whatever they want to dig into, but people just like to stay on the surface and just go with what they've only been introduced to. And that's not to say that anything is right or wrong. It's just not. It's just about how you're judging others based on what you know. I don't judge anybody. I say that it's all for conversational. I work on not even judging me. Because guess what? I'm still learning. I'm still learning. Hence, that's just a short stack. This got a shelf. That's a shelf. I got books right here. I got another bookshelf. Oh, I moved it from over there. It's right there. Another bookshelf right there and another one downstairs. It is my dream to have a library in my house. Working on it. Yeah. To just kind of stack up works and read as much as I can. Definitely don't read as much as I used to. I think the highest number of books I got through in 1 month was 8. You know. But we definitely read fairly often. Pretty much every day we read something, Ashe. We do. And being led in the spirit to which books to purchase. I think I showed y'all this one. It's my newest acquisition. It's called The Book of Aquarius. And it talks about alchemy and the Philosopher's Stone, which is very, very interesting. And what I found even more interesting was the ingredients to make the Philosopher's Stone. I was like, is that what it is? And there's so many other books that's referenced in here that I want to go through and pick up. I mean, the list of them is just like, wow. Like, you know your girl to what? So when you look at the bibliography and all the references, the works that's there, it's like a page and a good page and a quarter of books. And so by the time you get to them, it's like, you know, wow, how many books could I read in a lifetime, you know, to just read and learn just for discussion. Because, you know, this is the one that I cut my teeth on. This one. But I got quite a few other ones because this one doesn't have everything in it. 1 second. Had to go and just get just a few that's at my fingertips. Yeah. So this is an accompaniment. The Awakener, the Sri Guru Granth Sahib. We have, of course, the Dead Sea Scrolls that we're reading. That supports this one right here, right? Supposed to be one of the first earliest tellings. And then we have this one, right? So when I talk a lot about Mary and her journey and the conversations and strife after the messenger's passing, I pulled a lot of that from that. We have this one too, you know. We also have this one. And of course, this is not it. We have an Ethiopian Bible down there as well. We have a Torah. We have a Quran. We have I don't know, guys. It's just so many to list. That's why when they left that comment, like, I read the Bible, not cars, I was thinking like, well, which version did you read? Because I read them too. But which one did you read? So we can talk and have conversations and learn from each other's experiences. Because that's what it is. It's just us sitting around chopping it up. I mean, I read other things too outside the Bible, like creation. Like I can read nature. I can read the body. I can read pretty much anything that has energy. And everything has energy. So it was very interesting. But I love it because I think it's pretty stimulating. Like I said, I used to be, and considering we just talked about Juneteenth, right? How do we read these things and how do we understand them? And guess what? You see me just open this up and flip. How do we do that? How do we abolish the enemies of freedom? Not just freedom in the countries that we live in, but the enemies that will keep you from freeing yourself mentally, right? What is the fear-based things that keep you from going further, from learning more, from opening yourself up? One of the books that I wanted to talk about that's in this Philosopher's Stone, right here, the Book of Aquarius, is the Emerald Tablet. And it caught my eye because, yeah, the Emerald Tablet by Hermes. And it caught my eye because in my Gateway Light Activation deck, it speaks to the Emerald Tablet. And I was like, ooh, that's interesting. It's an actual book. We should go get it. So I think it's like right here, the Emerald Tablet. So that's going to be one of the next ones that we find. Just to see what source wants to pull out of it and show to us. And considering that wisdom, intelligence, the word is the principal thing, I think it's very important that we read as many of them as we can. Like acquire as many words as we can, just to see what they teach us, what we can learn from it, what we can discern from it. My spirit tells me whether it's like something that's off or something that it doesn't quite resonate with me, if it's something more, something that's hidden, or something that they're hiding from me. And it just gives me the enthusiasm to seek. So now, instead of being offended by certain comments, I take it as opportunity. The more comments that they give me and the more people that thumb up those type of comments, you only push my content out into the algorithm. So just like we talk about tares and wheat to row show, everything comes to grow you. Everything can help you. Your tormentors can be your teachers if you let them. So thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We appreciate you. And we appreciate the ability to have conversation with you. We appreciate your willingness to vibe with your girl. What up, y'all? What it do? Welcome back to the wheat field. Welcome to you. I love it, I love it, I love it. I kicked off my house. She was going to get my extra books. We got to put them back on because I like the fuzzies on my foots. What we want to get, source, we got to pray. Thank you guys so much. Yes, we are not religious at all. We showed y'all all our books because we like to study. We study world theology, and that's just what it be. We like to look at all things because all things can speak. Yes. So, with that being said, thank you to the source of all of us, the eternal Lord of all creation, the Lord of all hosts, who called us all by his intelligence, the infinite word, the principal thing, wisdom, yes. And I am animated by the holy breath, the life force, the holy Chi, the breath in G, the God body. Yes, because heaven has come to earth to do a work that we may not remember, but we're being called into remembrance, and we getting off into it. And we are so grateful that you are here to share this journey with us, to leave us your comments and to participate. Yes, because to connect with you, my G, it's the greatest part of my day, Ashe. It really, really is. And I appreciate every single one of you that come by this channel and get anything of use, of comfort, of support, insight from what the source brings through us. Because we are a willing, surrendered vessel onto the Most High God, the source that made our light, to be used as a messenger to deliver the word that was placed in me for the sake of self-edification, so that I can offer all things up to that which made me, that which sent me. And we pray that we will be received, accepted by the Alpha and the Omega. For we are creation and we are whole and we are complete. There's nothing broken and there's nothing missing. Nothing. We joyfully wait for what will be delivered back onto us, for it is more than sufficient to meet the needs. We will overflow. And we will feed out unto the wheat field, unto creation, my fellow brethren, that which comes out of us. That all that access, the source will pour out a blessing onto us that we don't have room to receive. And so we joyfully share it out with thee. We do. And we ask that you be edified too. We pray that you will. That you will receive something that resonates with you, that is good for you. Because we ain't going to feed you nothing that we wouldn't eat. That's just how it go, my weed. Just saying. And if you good with it and you overflow too, then we unite with that. It's unity. We come to harmony. And we can operate harmoniously. No more waging wars over things that just be. Because the source of us all, the source of creation, the Alpha and Omega that made it all, there's no need for us to kill each other over that. There's no need for us to judge each other over that. Because we're all learning. Because until you go and come back, what can you say to that? We all discovering, each in our own unique way. Because there's a pathway back to where you came, which is the source of your light, Ashe. So how you get there is how you get there. It is on to you to take your own path. But you come around here with that nonsense, like it's only one, I ain't going to do nothing but sit back and laugh. Thank you for helping me do what I was called to do. Because everything serves the will of the source, the one that created you. Yes. Source says, we are one. Dot. We are one. Dot. Period. We're one. Creation is whole and creation is complete. There's nothing broken and there's nothing missing. You are me and I am you. And about that, it ain't nothing that neither one of us can do. You better think about what you're trying to do to me. Hey, think. Because my words gonna help to set you free. I mean freedom. And we just celebrated that. The awareness that you free. Free to think in your own way. Free to just be. Free to discover, self-discovery. Oh. We reach for the divine feminine wisdom. And we talking about wisdom, learning, the word, the principle thing, Ashe. Get into that chapter 8 Proverbs. Purify the mind with wholesome thoughts, calmness arises. Yes, with wholesome thoughts. Purify the mind with wholesome thoughts. Not brokenness, not separatism, wholeness. Calmness arises. When you realize that you are whole and you are complete, there's nothing broken and there's nothing missing. There's no anxiety. There, you release the feeling that there's problems. You release the fact that there's competition and envy and jealousy. That we need to compete against one another when there's really only one thing. Creation is whole, and we all come from the source that made us. Every one of us. Every single thing. In every galaxy, in every universe that is represented in the omniverses. This isn't it. And people often make a crazy distinction about where we are, in my opinion. You are a piece of heaven. Everything is heaven. And we are all in it. Are there different levels to this shit? Absolutely. There's levels to this. And we are ascending. We are growing. I don't need gravity, I just need growth. Oh, when I move, it's an earthquake rumble. Rumbling spirits out here. Ooh, they get upset. Yes, they do. Because they want to trap you and keep you in thinking that there's only one way. When the source is infinite, Ashe. The source is infinite. Infinite, infinite. You want this one too? Okay. Cultivate perfection of wisdom. No fire, poison, sword, or water can harm you. No weapon formed against me shall prosper, Ashe. Ooh. Everything is on to learning, and everything is called to the good for those that love the source that made you, Ashe. Called according to its purpose, yes. Take your haters and turn them into footstools. That's why I like to collect them. That's why I think it's funny at this point. You want to come in and comment and do all of that thumping. You know how they do. Thumping the book. The one book. It hasn't taken the time to do what the book says. Do love your brethren. First, acknowledge that the Lord is. Right? Love your brethren as you love yourself. Come on now, let's get into it. You rather judge. Before you taking a speck out your own eye, you can't see clearly, but you see me clear enough to judge me? I think not, beloved. And then if you get into it, then you should just really release judgment off of you and off of others too. There's no need to judge because everything is on to learn, and that's what you came to do. Heaven coming to earth to do a work. The work is to learn, to grow, to reach your highest self, to exalt your own soul. What is your soul? The source of us living. And who's the source? The creator. The almighty. The alpha, the omega. That which made all things. To exalt your soul is the business. And we need to be about it. All this judgment and killing each other for what? For opinions? When neither one of us have the authority? Cultivate. Ha! That's funny. It was. Source says too serious. Ha! Lighten up. Lighten up. Lighten up. Lighten up. Maybe that's why we wore our pink today. You know, just light and airy. We love it. We love it. Come on now. But I am serious about the source's business, am I not? Yes, because we only got a little bit of time to do it. We only got a little bit of time. And to make the most of it, look, I want to maximize mine. I do. Maximize my rest. Maximize my service. All of it. Maximize my enjoyment and my excitement. And I need all of them footstools to reach my highest height. So come on with it. Just saying. Cultivate perfection of wisdom. No fire, poison, sword, or water can harm you. Ain't no stopping us now. We're on the move. Ha! I almost went into a full song, y'all. I'm just trying not to do it. You know how your girl can. Just saying. Anything else, source out of this deck, yes. All right. Which one? This one? You want this one and this one. All right, let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Anything else? No. According to the true nature of circumstances, remove any self-importance agenda. It's not about self. No. It is about the source of us, right? Because your highest self will come and tell you, right, like, yeah, no, that don't feel good, or it's not going to make you feel good, move around. This is what we really like, and this is what you called to. Do you believe it? Because we'll take you to it, kind of thing. If you just get into it, if you just exercise some faith a little bit. We on pride today. We ain't, we proud. Happy to be us. Thankful for the gift. I love my gifts. I love my gifts. Thank you. I'm so grateful. I have such a high level of gratitude. Disclaimer. You go through an awakening, it ain't all kicks and giggles. It ain't. It ain't. You got to get a handle on that thing. Learn how to be a co-pilot. How to coexist, right? Because you awaken to your highest self. You awaken your internal spirit, the piece of the source that the source. Look, you are a piece, a pixel of the Most High, of the source, right? And it is in a vessel. And when that right there, you allow it to come forward and to guide you, you have to learn how to coexist. The identity of self and your true spirit self have to coexist. And to allow that to dig in and to take the control from here and place it here is a whole thing. And it could get scary. People can be, they can hesitate. How many people that, don't listen to their gut? I should have just listened to my first man. Yeah, that was your spirit speaking to you. And you ignored it. And we often do. Ain't no nothing. We all do that. We've all done it. So act according to your true nature of the circumstances. Remove any self-importance agenda. It's on to the source again that sent you. Once I and mine are given up, there's no limited individual. There's only the wisdom which pervades everything. Wisdom pervades everything. And we literally said that in the beginning. There's wisdom in all things. Once you release the identity of self, like you're it, like, oh, this is just me and that's it. No, beloved, you got a whole spirit that lives in, and it can be activated. It can come forth and guide you and lead you and make your ways straight. It will speak to you and give you that perfect advice, that counsel that's built in, that's baked in. It will show you how to listen to all things. Listen to the birds, listen to the wind, listen to the trees, listen to the essence of the leaves. Read the seasons in the plane. See the stars and where we're at in terms of procession. Like cycles within cycles within cycles. The same way that your body, your biological, has layer upon layer upon layer upon layer. The way that it's built systematically. And it contains multiple systems. You can read it. You can look at the intelligence that's baked in it. Why should you have boundaries and not just be open and free? The same way that your cells have boundaries, the way that you have a boundary on your whole body. Think about it. Does anything just go into any type of cell? No, it doesn't. It has protection. It has a cellular membrane. And on that cellular membrane, there's receptors that other things can bind to. Things that it has a key, like a receptive, it vibrates on the same frequency, it can be allowed in. But if it doesn't, then it doesn't. And it can't come in. The cell is protected as well as its contents. What's held within, the intelligence that's in that cell. And how many cells do you have in your biological, in your physiological body, Ashe? So how many boundaries do you really have when people will say, I don't know how to place boundaries? Yeah, you do. You just haven't tapped into it. You haven't taken a close enough look at you. Don't let worldly temptations lead you astray. Put a boundary around yourself, Ashe. What are you taking in? Does any and everything have access to your being? Anything. I mean, you just listen to everything, you look at everything. I mean, all of it. Now, we say, you're supposed to protect yourself. That's my thing. Everything is on to learning. If I see it, I read it, then I can discern it. I learn from it. I can respond accordingly. I'm going to eat based on how I respond, because I will reap the seeds that I sow. And every word is a prayer, yo. Everyone. Why? Because the power of life and death resides in my tongue. So I'll be real careful about how I respond again. And to them, it might sound condescending. And it might be just a little bit. But it's designed to make us think. I read Bible, not cards. Okay, well, which version did you read? Because I just showed you a few of them, and that's just the touch of the iceberg on what I really do got around me. Let's sit down and talk about it. It's all for conversation. It's all for learning. It's all for growth. We don't need gravity. We need growth. I don't need you to hold me down. Well, the source behind me asking you to pull me back, right? Because, I'll get out there. But we had to learn how to coexist and let the source of us step in front and lead us. Keep us on that straight and narrow. Again, because we want to taste and experience the best that creation has to offer. The beautiful abundance of it. The sweet nectar, the milk, and the honey. And so that's what we speak. Yeah, we might get a little bit of seriousness, because we about the source's business. And it ain't nothing more serious to me than doing what I was designed to do and being who I was designed to be. Fulfilling my decree of the one that sent thee. I love y'all. This is just a little morning inspiration, a little top of the day or start of the day type of conversation, Ashe. We'll come back a little bit later and do a full reading. Let the cards speak. You want to play cards later? Yeah, we'll play cards later. We feel it. We feel that energy. But this was just a little something for now, because we love you. We do. We love you so, so, so much. And we can't get through the start of the day without speaking to you. So 6/20/2023 is when we are filming this. But really, what does it matter to a G? What up, my week? Because anytime you look at the clock, it's still now. So whenever you get it for now, it's now. And if it resonates, take it. If it doesn't, it's just for conversation, Ashe. Make us think about things a little bit differently, giving us all a little bit of a different POV. To the next now, y'all. Oh, we have to tell you that we love you like we love the source that made us. We do. That's very important, because I love you just like I love the source that made us, by its intelligence, the word, the principle, thing, wisdom, and the breath of life, the breath in G. To the next now, y'all. Ashe.